Are we back? Kind of? Maybe? I can hear noises. Got a subscription. Got nothing, nothing at all on my stream. Oh, jeez, I need to refresh. Are you there? Can you hear me? Potentially, possibly. Let's hope you can. Let me know if you can hear me. Plus, mate. Plus hear me, mate. I'll turn music up because it's been very quiet in the last couple of streams. Fingers crossed you can hear me. It's not a good start, is it? Not a good start. Jeez. I know I'm faffing about with
few moments later.
Here. We can hear you, says Lawful Mitty. This is good news. I don't know if it's me or Twitch at the minute. I know Twitch has been a bit twitchy the last few days. I'm fiddling. Maybe we'll be a bit better this time, possibly. Are we better? Are we working? Are we back? Hello? Jeez. What a good start to a live stream. It's going well. Is everybody there? How's the music now? Is it too loud still? Do I need to turn it down? Pojums is what I missed. Nothing. We barely got started. We haven't started yet. Everything's gone wrong. It's all gone wrong. We've already had Puppy Cam requested. I've moved my room round, so Nellie's in a new place now. So, oh jeez. Oh jeez, JCB's here. Saying evening all. Evening, JCB. We're having problems, mate. Anku's there. Music tiny bit too loud. Still. Jeez. Couldn't hear it in the last stream VOD.
What is going on here? Somebody has just subscribed for 8 months in a row. Let me just check this. Yes, it is true.
Brad says, don't you dare fiddle with any buttons. I can't help it. I just got to fiddle with all the buttons.
What is going on here? Somebody has just subscribed for 8 months in a row. Let me just check this. Yes, it is true. Oh my goodness, thank you so much.
Okay, well, let's go through the subscriptions quickly then. We've got Bleating Instance has subscribed. We've got the Pickles has resubscribed with Amazon Prime for 8 months. Silajul there for 8 months as well, saying 8 months. And then the FoxyNoTail emoji. Amazing. Thank you very much, by the way, all of you, for your subscriptions. Seems to be stable now, says Blood. Let's hope it sticks this way. I'm now... Oh, no, my Wi-Fi's gone off again. Oh, no, it is connected. I don't know. Who knows what's going on? Jeez. JCB says, oh my gosh, your voice is too loud, Foxy. Oh, wait, my volume. Don't start saying my voice is too loud. Jeez. Can you hear the music? I'll fiddle with my headphones and see if I can hear it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. That seems reasonable. Reasonable. I like it. Right. Okay. Today, the plan was, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, it was to go to the beach and play some more sand. But I went to the beach earlier and found somebody had already placed all of the sand that I was planning on placing. So we need a new plan. There's still this little bit here to do, which is not much, to be fair. So we could maybe go and place this bit of sand in. Oh, someone's been using smooth sandstone. Ooh, crazy people. But yeah, I was planning on doing this bit over here. But it's all been done, mate. Someone's come round and spammed in all my sand for me. I mean, we could extend the promenade, but that seems... I mean, I suppose we could do that. Yeah, let's go grab some stone and stuff and extend the promenade. We'll do that bit of sand as well. But these streams aren't about placing sand. They're not about, you know, having all that sort of fun. They're about us engaging together and seeing what we're up to and stuff. I've got some junk that I need to go put away in my pocket. I started work on my castle today. Look at all the work I've done. It's a good at least 5 minutes worth of footage on this castle build in my video today. Zara couldn't take the floating sand, says Rad. Wasn't floating. It's not finished. We see the new gas farm, says JCB. It's not my gas farm. I shouldn't show it off. It's Slack's. It's not my place to go showing off other people's gas farms. Although I do really love it. Oh, do you want to see who was in my last Truly Bedrock live stream? Did you want to see how we got on with the tunnel in the end? We was building a nether tunnel, weren't we? And I've kind of finished it, mate. So if you want to see that, let me know. And I can also show you it in RTX if you want to see that, because although we're not on RTX on the server yet, I've got a download of the world with it in. We can flick on RTX and have a look. So I would like thumbs up in the chat. Give me a thumbs up if you want to see the Nether Tunnel, but if you want to see it in RTX, give me a Foxy emoji of some variety. Or a smiley face if you haven't got access to those. It's a bit of faffing about doing RTX. We've got a load of different versions of the game, but it doesn't take long. Only takes a minute or two. Only takes a minute, girl. Only takes a minute, girl. Oh, I've already got loads of netherrack here. There's not many sands. Not many sands at all, mate. We got loads of Foxy emojis. We got some thumbs up. Okay, okay. I hear you loud and clear. Jeez. We'll quit out the game. We'll open up a completely different version of Minecraft using my handy version switcher, and then we'll have a look at it all in RTX, shall we? Let's do this. So we've got to quit out of Minecraft, right? Get rid of that. Open it up again, right? Then we've got to go TB packs. It's a different profile, and we're going to pick latest version of Minecraft there and do load and launch. And it's going to say, do you want to do this? And I'm going, yeah, I want to do that. Posture check from Reef Slayer, thank you very much. Oh, and apparently we had a hype train start 4 minutes ago. Didn't even notice. Please ignore hype train, please. Any plugs for that version switcher? What do you mean by plugs? Foxy, you should buy an RTX laptop or just get one with GTX in it. I've got so much money, Pickles. I'll just buy them both, mate. Why not?
So what are we doing then?
This Christmas hasn't been difficult at all on me financially. It's been perfectly fine. Let's buy all of them, mate. I'm rolling in it. Right. If you didn't figure that out with sarcasm, mate. Right, we want the vanilla RTX texture pack. Let's do this. I'm not showing you my castle design though. Oh no. Oh no. Oh jeez. I'm gonna have to move this to another screen so you can't see it because I'm gonna. Spoilers for me castle. My laptop has GTX, whatever that means, says Lofty. Good for you, Lofty. Right, oh yes, definitely know what you see in that. Let's turn away from the castle before I bring it back to the main screen. Whoa. What do you mean you've been building it in creative? I've been building it in creative. Why? I don't want you to see it, mate. Got to plan it out, haven't we? You get to see it in my next video. Can't see the castle. No, says Blue Cat. Well, it's not finished yet. I've only done a bit of planning. Ooh, right. Okay. So, if you haven't seen any of this in RTX so far, this is what the headroom looks like. It's quite dark. Quite dark, but I like it. Thought GTX was type of oil, says Blood. You should get an RTX desktop computer, says Sidajul to Pickles. Here's the tunnel. Wow. Cool, man. It's so dark and mysterious. Just like real life. So pretty, says JCB. Oh, we've even got fire in the ceiling. You can't actually see the fire, but you can see the glow with the RTX. Looks awesome. I shall travel down slowly for you so you can get a good eyeful before we go back to the game. Love the fire, says Blue Cat Eyes. And then if we go through the very dull and not remotely interesting blue ice winter tunnel, we go into the warmth of the fire tunnel as we go through to the concrete farm. I really love it. Really happy with how that came out. I think it's got a lovely glow. It's not too dark and it's not too claustrophobic, but it's got some eeriness to it. And I think the little particle effects as well really help sell it. Just a texture pack then, Foxy. Or a different version of Bedrock. It's the latest version of Bedrock with the vanilla RTX texture pack using the RTX features. So it's technically a texture pack, I guess, but it's built into the game, mate. But the vanilla pack is actually not built into the game, and it's not even the official vanilla pack. Someone else made it, and you can download it from mcpedl.com. But don't do what I did and download the wrong link and get a virus. Download the other one. Right, that's enough of that. That's enough faffing about on this special version. Let's go back to normal Minecraft. Now I've got to put my standard profile back on. And then I picked me the old version, because we're in the old-fashioned version on Minecraft Bedrock Edition for Truly Bedrock. And that's enough puppy cam for you guys. Spoiled you lot. Don't remind Mitz that she gets a free one, okay? I don't want to give a free one. Snowy Hold was here saying hi all. Hello. Thought you'd spelt it wrong then, but it's an exclamation mark. I thought you'd put 3 L's on it all. I was going to call you out there. It really looks different, the RTX. I don't know yet if I like it for playing the game, says Traz. No, it's not something I think you could play with long term, like full time, but certainly for like just clips in videos, cinematic stuff, or just checking stuff out. I think it looks brilliant. You just told her, Foxy, that it says free puppy cam. Ah, oh, jeez, Lofty, I can't believe I did it. I'm always putting my foot in it, me, aren't I? God, you know me. I might as well walk around with my shoe sticking out my mouth. Well, she's not mentioned it in chat yet, so let's keep it quiet. Oh wait, what's that? I do have 3 ones. I don't get them though, says Miss. Yeah, you gotta ask, Miss. I don't give away freebies. You should know me by now. Oh, what? Hang on a minute. Oh no, maybe I've gone to the wrong bit. I was going to say, Sam's already done it. Maribel Jade just raided us. Thank you very much for the raid, Maribel Jade. It rhymes. But I couldn't do that 2 times. Oh, jeez, I did. And look, I just broke my under chest and it magically appeared over here where I should have been in the first place. Amazing. Absolutely. Hang on a minute. Where's the bit we need to do? Oh, it's over the other end, isn't it? I'm being a moron. Being a moron, guys. It's more on o'clock. It's always more on o'clock when you're here. Yes, thank you. I know. I need to be reminded constantly. Thank you. I think you do. I don't. Trust me. I don't. I already know. I want to remind you anyway. I'm kind like that. Thanks, mate. You're welcome. Maribel Jade! Redeem puppy cam! Puppy gone! Hang on a minute. Puppy's trying very hard to get sweeties out of her toy, but I don't think there's any left. So she may wander off cam for a couple of minutes. Once she's settled, I'll put it back on properly. And then turn it off, because you'll have had enough time with it. You guys trying to get your free puppy cam. Jeez. Right, I'll move. Oh, she's moved now. Jeez. Whoa! Jeez! Puppy cam's dangerous. Stop. I forgot how annoying this was, placing these underwater. Because of our friends. Go away! It wasn't even you. It's your mate down here. Get out of it! Shoo! Be gone! Get out of it! Get off! She's digging her bed up. She's no doubt. Can you see the plug socket that's behind her bed? If she pulls that out, the whole lot's gonna go. My whole computer and everything's plugged into that socket. Don't pull up your bed about over there, Nelly. Prepare for us to lose stream any second. Just sit still. What are you doing? Jeez. Nelly looking at Foxy like, why no treats, Dad? She's still under strict instructions from the vets to not be allowed anything. It's not my fault. I'm not just like really mean and won't let her. Well, maybe I'm a bit. Actually thinking about it, I'm quite mean. FoxyNoTail, it's my name. What texture pack is the drowned? I know, it's broken. That's what texture pack it is. Broken texture pack. The blue bits have gone black. Don't know why. I broke it somehow. I just can't fiddle with things too much. Lofty will tell you all about that. I broke fishing once and I never heard the end of it. I didn't actually break fishing. She was just being really unlucky, but she blamed it on me for months. You've been fiddling with the fishing again, haven't you, Foxy? No. What fishing? Don't you catch camels when you go fishing? Frozen wet food in the Kong works well for our puppies, says I can't give her anything other than chicken and rice, and she's already had more than her quota of chicken today. She's had many chicken. Done extra training. She had loads more on a walk. She's already had the Kong 3 times, but she ain't having no more. She's had too many. She's a piggy. Oh man, remember the wolves, says from Super Chunk Block. Yeah, you know, I put those extra wolves in the game for you. No one appreciated it. Turn the wolves off. There's so many wolves. They're spawning everywhere. I thought you'd want pets. Can't believe it. Nobody wanted the wolves. So ungrateful. Make these nice things for you. You don't even want them. Don't think I'll bother in future. Ask the vet, but pumpkin is usually a safe option for upset tummies. She's not got an upset tummy. She's on a very strict diet because we don't know what's wrong with her. She's had very, very, very bad tummy since we got her really, but it's been extremely bad for over a month. So she's not to have anything other than chicken and rice until we can determine exactly what it is. At the moment, my thoughts are we've just had one bunch of test results back, and they said she hasn't got any bugs or parasites or worms, which is obviously all very good news. So one of the vets mentioned last time we went that it's not impossible. It could be an allergy to chicken, which would be great considering she's only allowed chicken and rice. So that's sort of where I'm leading myself to at the minute, because it's been going on for so long, is that maybe she has got an allergy of some sort. Or maybe she's got a more like medical issue, I guess. Maybe she's got problems with her gut, maybe digestion issues, something like that. We don't know. More tests required, more time required. So we'll figure it out. It'll be all right. She's happy. She's enjoying life. She's getting fed plenty. She's not underweight. She's not losing weight. She's not sad. She's not depressed. It's all good. So don't worry about it. But I do appreciate the fact that you think about it. Stop playing Christmas music. Lofty there saying, you fiddled with the fishing lol, Foxy on the friend server, I couldn't get enchanted fishing rod. I didn't fiddle with it, you were just unlucky. My dog has a chicken problem, he's on a duck, says Dispatcher96. Well, I went through everything we've given her since we got her as a puppy. And when we first got her, she was on that cheapo butcher's dog meat or puppy food pouches. And we wanted her on dry food, really, because it's more sustainable, it's better for them. So we didn't get the top branded dry food in the country, which is something called Eukanuba. We got something which was the second best, which is called Harrington's puppy food, and it's supposed to be grain free, like lack of allergens, rich in turkey, it says on the packet, but basically it's supposed to be really good for puppies. So we started her on that, and it wasn't satisfying her enough. She still needed something wet in her diet. She still needed wet food. She was having some toilet issues, but she was also just scavenging for everything when we were out. And obviously dogs do that anyway, particularly Labradors like to scavenge for food because they're natural hungry eaters. But she was really bad for it. So when we started adding some James well-beloved pouches into her food, and that was also poultry based, and she absolutely loved those. She thought that was the best thing in the whole world. She would have eaten them more than anything. In fact, she did for a while because she stopped eating her puppy biscuits. She would leave that and just eat the James well-beloved pouches. But then it turned out after a few more trips to the vets with her squatting a lot in the garden, basically doing 3 or 4, sometimes 4 or 5 attempts to do a wee, that she had a couple of water infections. So they then suggested we put her onto a Royal Canin urinary special dog food, which was biscuits, and she absolutely hated it. And that's when she started getting all these really bad stomachs, and it was very bad, waking up in the morning to a dog covered in its own output, and having to deal with that for a few mornings was not very good. So we then thought, well, okay, we'll maybe, seeing as though she doesn't like that food and she's having these problems, we'll put her onto the wet version of it. So they do a canned version of that particular food, but we never got round to doing that because the vet at that point said, no, you need to put her on chicken and rice and just keep her on that until we can sort of solve what these problems are. And she's been on that ever since, and that's been over a month now. Very expensive, making lots of chicken and rice. So but at least it's easy enough to cook. So there you go. You've had Nellie's life story now. Bladderstone says somebody whose name I can't pronounce. I don't think it's bladder stones. They have said that she's got little crystals in her bladder as a result of the water infections that she's had, but that's why the urinary food was supposed to break those down and get rid of them. But obviously she's not able to have that food at the moment to get rid of the crystals. So she's pretty much, because she's been on antibiotics a bunch as well, she's pretty much stopped with that issue now anyway, which is nice. Seems to have resolved itself pretty much. At least that the squatting, it's just the other end now. Well, not the other end, but you know what I mean. Nelly could be allergic to the chicken and dog food. Well, that's what I was getting to then, Lofty. I went through today after the phone call with the vet because I was convinced they were going to say she's got a bug or a parasite or something. But yeah, I went through all of the food she'd had. The butcher's stuff, the pedigree chum stuff she'd had was rich in turkey. the what's it called? The Harrington's dry biscuits are rich in turkey. The James Wellbeloved is chicken based. The what's it called? The urinary stuff is high in chicken proteins and chicken extracts and stuff. And then obviously now she's on chicken and rice. So she's always had poultry and she's always had issues. So I'm thinking that is maybe the problem is the chicken. So I was thinking, well, maybe we should put her on like a fish diet or something like that then for a while and see if that works. But we need to. The vet said, I don't think the vet really understands the issue, to be honest with you. One of them does. One of them's really nice and like deals with it really and listens to you and understands the problem. The other one doesn't listen. He just thinks he's already got the solution. And he keeps saying, don't worry, she'll be better on Monday. And I don't think so. It's been going on a month. He said, well, just ring us on Monday. It's Friday today, yeah, but ring us on Monday and tell us if she's better or not. And if she's not better, then we'll do something else. I'm like, it's not going to be better on Monday. She's not been better for over a month. She's not going to miraculously just be better on Monday. So I think, yeah, when I ring up on Monday and explain that, no, she's still not better, I'll suggest maybe we should try a different diet before we look at things like operations to have bits of her bowels cut out so we can test on those and all that sort of stuff. Let's try changing the diet to something that doesn't involve chicken or turkey first before we do anything like that. Maybe a bovine diet, says Blue Cat Eyes. Maybe. I joined at the point of talking about food. We're talking about dog food, so it's not very exciting. Baby Yoda Enthusiast says, any veterinarians in chat who might know what's wrong? I think you'd need to do quite a lot of assessments, really. Mike on Switch saying Nelly needs a stone cutter. I think you might be right, Mike. I think you might be right. Nelly going onto the steak and caviar diet, says Mongo. No! Before Christmas, before they put her... Oh, no, well, she was already on chicken and rice, but just before Christmas when we had to send the samples in, they wanted her to go on this other diet, which was, again, by Royal Canin, and it's a wet food, and they actually gave us 4 tins, and they say, put her on this, 2 tins a day, and it was sensitive stomach diet, and he said you need to put her on that for a month. And I worked out the cost of what it would cost of that for a month, and this wasn't the vet's prices, this was buying it from Amazon, and it was going to be £200 a month just for enough tins to last her for that month. But I couldn't get hold of it anywhere. They'd sold out all online, they'd sold out at Pets at Home. The vet didn't have any left, they only had 4 tins, so I had to ring them up and say I can't put her on this diet because there isn't any available. And they just said, oh, forget it for now then, and we'll just keep on chicken and rice until we've done these next assessments. So I kind of dodged a bullet a little bit there. Monday, try to talk to the vet in Mr. Monkey voice, says Epic Stente. I don't think I should probably take this sort of stuff seriously when it's sort of, my dog's health. I don't think joking around with the vet's going to solve any problems, to be honest with you. So, yeah, maybe not. Gold-plated dog food, says Mike on Switch. It might as well have been. Yeah, it was ridiculously expensive. Check it out online. It's called Royal Canin Sensitive SO. And it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And the vet, for 2 tins of it, charged me 15 quid. No, 4 tins of it was 15 quid. Jeez. Can't she just drink water instead? That's hypoallergenic, isn't it? Just give her water. Fish is good for dogs, says Lofty. Yes. My brother had a puppy not so long ago. He's not a puppy anymore. It's a dog, which is why I say had. And he had quite bad sensitive stomach issues. He ended up on a fish diet and he's been pretty good since then. The other thing they give him is this stuff called procolin, which is like a paste that you put in a little bit of it in their meals and it hardens everything up down there. But she's been on that as well and that didn't make any difference. So there's something more inherently problematic, I think. Right, let's take the conversation away from dog stools. And let's talk about something more related, I guess. Stands for seriously overprices anti-dizzy. Yeah, I think so. Stands for license to print money. That doesn't start with SO. No, I'll tell you what does though. What? sausage offal. That's not what you were thinking, is it? No, it's not. Can't say what I was thinking. Bet you weren't expecting to be talking about that this evening, says Plotpod. I was not expecting to be talking about that. Do you know what? I never know what I'm going to be talking about on a live stream. I often think about if I've got something in particular I want to discuss, which I didn't today. There's nothing I really wanted to get off my plate. But, I never really consider what topics of conversation we might have. It's always a surprise. Cat stools, says Mike on Switch. What, like little chairs for cats to sit on? Little cat chairs. Speaking of little cat stools, another Nelly story, and don't worry, I'm not talking about. I'm talking about little chairs. We're doing online training with her at the minute. We're having to do it through Zoom. We've got another class in the morning, and the last class they told us that we needed to teach her. What we've already been teaching her out of a training book actually, which is basically to put her front two paws up onto an object when you say the word step up. And we do that, and she's really good at it. She will step up to a chair, and she'll step up to a bathroom step, and she's really good at all that sort of stuff. I was really impressed with her, and the teacher was very impressed with her last week. So she said, okay, this week then, as a bit of a challenge, what you need to do is, I just broke that conduit, haven't I? Just get her to do it, but put her like a bar underneath the stool that she's stepping up onto, so it rocks about, and she's got a balance. So I've been doing that with her today, and she had a great time doing that. She thought it was brilliant. So there you go. That's not cat stools the way you were thinking, Mike, but it's close enough. Blue Cat Eye, so how do you feel about the latest version of Bedrock? Is it still too broken for your tastes? Yes and no. There are so many problems with it still, mainly lag. I mean, it's playable now, but it's massively laggy. It's still full of issues. But the reason I don't like this current version, or the reason we're not updating truly Bedrock at the moment, isn't because there's too many bugs. It's because there's no way to fix it if it breaks. So in the past, if we've had world corruption for whatever reason, do you remember at the beginning of this series, if you were around then, we had loads of holes in the world. Every time the server crashed for whatever reason, which Bedrock does do quite regularly, it would leave strips of holes in the world along like the y-axis of the world, which was really frustrating. But fortunately, we could log in with a program called MCC Tool Chest, copy those chunks that were missing from an old version or a backup and replace them, which was great. But unfortunately, the MCC Tool Chest maker has decided that he's on hiatus. He's disappeared. I don't know if he's Chinese or where he's from, but he's disappeared. And the guy that makes Universal Minecraft Editor, that doesn't quite have the same capacity to do it visually, but you can do that. Like chunk by chunk, you can select a chunk and you can copy the code for that chunk and paste it into another world. So you can kind of do it on that, but that's not been updated either. And so there's no actual way to copy a large substantial amount of chunks from one word to another in case the game crashes. And the problem is, for us, an SMP like Truly Bedrock, where we're all content creators, let's say someone that's not ever so regular on the server, like BJW, this is not a dig at him at all, just being realistic. He's not on as often as someone like Slack, who plays every single day. Slack can make the same amount of progress as I make in a month in a single day, whereas BJW would probably take a couple of months to do the same amount of progress that I make in a month. So we all work at different speeds effectively. Let's say we had a crash and we didn't notice that there was an area of the world that had broken. Because we can't load the world up in a mapping program anymore because of the new version, we wouldn't be able to tell if there was any issues unless someone actually stumbled across it. So let's say there was some corruption, but we hadn't noticed, and that corruption just happened to have destroyed a substantial part of BJW's base. And maybe a week had gone by, maybe 2 weeks had gone by, and he hadn't noticed. Then he comes along and goes, hey guys, there's a massive chunk of my base missing here, we need to fix it. We couldn't fix it. There's two things we could do. We'd either have to roll back the entire server by 2 weeks, or to the point before it had happened, which would literally put every single other player off playing on Truly Bedrock anymore. Slack would be, it'd be the first person to just say, do you know what, no, I put way too much time and effort into my build over that amount of time. I'm not doing it anymore. See you later, guys. I'll wait for next season, which would be a massive shame for Slack and a massive shame for the server. Or the other option is to tell BJW, tough mate, there's nothing we can do about it. At which point he's going to go, oh, okay, I'll go do something else then. Which is, you know, we don't want to lose any members. So the safest thing to do for us is to just stay on the version that we're on. Fortunately, we're all in a position to be able to use the version switcher, stay on the version we're on until we're confident that if we have a crash and it deletes someone's chunks, that we can fix it. But we also realise that we're losing relevance. We're losing relevance with the audience, and we need to keep up to date. So we are still, like, in discussions when we have our meetings, going, do you know what? Do we need to just cross our fingers and hold our breath and hope we're going to be okay and update? You know, so it's really difficult because I don't want TB to die because Minecraft is inherently broken, but no one updated their apps. You know. So, yeah, that's the situation we're in. That's why I don't like this update. It's not because the update's as broken as it is. The latest one fixed a lot of the problems. It's because there's no support for it externally. Is that why the Nether server hasn't been updated? Says Lofty. Yes, absolutely. That's the whole reason why I didn't want to update either of the patron servers. The reason I updated the Overworld server was because I knew a lot of you guys couldn't play on it. And I know it was frustrating if you're, particularly if you're a paying patron expecting to be able to play on servers and you don't have access to a version switcher, or you're on a mobile device or a console and you can't do that. If you can't play on the servers that you're effectively paying for to play on, then you're gonna, you know, not be very happy. So I've had to at least make one of the servers available to you. I'm hoping that we could hold the other one off, but obviously we're getting a lot of demands from you guys to get the other one updated, so I'll be doing that this weekend. And again, the same sort of thing. If that breaks and no one notices, then whoever's area is broken, it's tough. It will not be able to be fixed, so let's hope it doesn't. And that's not me being awkward and saying, oh, I can't be bothered to do the work. It's just literally impossible to fix if it breaks now. So, you know, at least, and this, not a lack of respect here, but at least you guys aren't trying to earn a living from playing on it. You know, you're just, you know, it's a nice thing for you guys to have and to be able to be a part of. It's not going to affect your livelihoods if all of a sudden it doesn't work anymore, or, you know, if there's a hole in your base. Whereas for us on Truly Bedrock, for a certain number of us now that are earning a living from it, it would be a horrendous problem to suddenly have. Wade Monkey says, lots of people working on different things, no way to find everything, says, yeah, Wade Monkey. In Realms, and Realms is hurting now, I guess. Yesterday Twitch, today Realms. Yeah, Realms is very problematic. I was actually making an add-on video for the last couple of days. It will be coming out probably on Saturday, tomorrow. I need to upload it, make a thumbnail. And I was trying to do a bit of that as a tutorial of how to like add and update add-ons on Realms, and I just had loads of problems. Game crashes, unable to upload, unable to join Realm. It was horrendous. So yeah, Realms are not good at the minute. It's not a very good alternative. Still not recommending Realms to people. Realms have been down for 5 hours already. It's a bit annoying. Are they completely down now, are they? Jeez. Poor old Cornerhard. Feel bad for him. He's if you don't know Cornerhard, he's one of the Minecraft developers. I think he has quite a lot to do with Realms, so I think he'll be having a tough time at the minute. So it's not just me, says Avarium. If you're ever having issues like that, you know, if you can't connect to Minecraft, or you can't connect to a website or another service or Discord or a realm, you can always go on. There's a couple of things you can do. You can either look at the status reports through like Mojang themselves. They've even got a Twitter account that tells you if they're experiencing problems. So if you follow that Twitter account and just check that out when you're having issues, that should show you if there's any sort of global issues. Alternatively, there are websites out there. One in particular that I use called Down Detector has a system where it allows people to like choose an application or a website or something and state whether or not they're able to connect to it. So that's a really, really fast way of being able to see if other people are experiencing connection problems as well. So if you're ever having those issues, don't assume it's just your end. Double check it first, because it might be that there's just like a global outage, like there was on Twitch yesterday. That's a lot of netherrack. Down detector, says Frazzo. Yeah. Blue Guy says, I haven't been able to get on Xbox lately. I've been using the work computer to get on the Overworld server when I can. Yeah, I know I need to fix it, guys. I'm sorry. I'll update it. I didn't want you to be all sad when it all breaks. And to be honest with you, I wanted to give it a little bit of time to see how stable this version was, because there was a lot of crashes in the previous version. As far as I'm aware, this version's actually pretty stable. There doesn't seem to be many crashes. I don't think we've had many at all on Truly Bedrock, although we're still on 1.6.4, but sorry, not on Truly Bedrock, on the Overworld server. So I think we're all right. I think we'll be okay. I don't know. Now we've got to do the same again, just plonk a load of sand on it. How hard could it be? Things only break when Foxy crawls into bed. Generally. Yeah, I generally wake up to error messages rather than them being happening during the day. But normally, what happens is, I'll get like, oh, pings, Foxy, everything's broken. Quick, get out of bed, fix it. And then I'll wake up in the morning, because obviously I put my phone on Do Not Disturb when I'm asleep. People can wait a few hours. And I wake up in the morning and it's all like resolved itself. So it's generally speaking people being impatient when they encounter problems and not waiting to see if there's an issue. Or like an inherent issue. That's happened quite a few times with Truly Bedrock. We've had a like, oh look, the server's crashed. It's all gone wrong. Quick, get Foxy out of bed. It turns out it's not crashed. It's just my internet connection's like disconnected for a couple of hours, or not even a couple of hours, like 15 minutes sometimes, and that's enough for obviously people can't join for 15 minutes to think the server's crashed and gone down. So yeah, these things happen. It's to be expected. But to be honest with you, for a good few months now, we've hardly had any issues, I think, in terms of crashes and stuff. Certainly internet connection problems, so it's been good. Been very positive recently. For as far as I'm aware, either that or people have just stopped complaining because I keep putting Do Not Disturb on my phone. Dolphin Butcher says, I'm dumb. They shouldn't get in my way then, should they? If they weren't so nosy. Don't forget, they're just entities in the game. They're not real dolphins. Don't get all, oh, it's a dolphin. No, it's not. It's just an entity in the game. Don't worry about it. It's not hurting you. It's not hurting me. It's not hurting real dolphins. Dadcraft had one last night. It crashed about 5 minutes before the restart. Restart fixed it. Well, I wasn't aware of that. I doubt that was a crash. See, Dadcraft's got absolutely no way of telling whether it was a crash or not, because he'll just not be able to connect. It's more likely that it was coincidence that there was just a network connection issue, and he was able to connect after that. If there was a crash, it would either not restart at the restart time, or it would restart straight away. It doesn't stay off once it's crashed. It doesn't need manually restarting. It'll do it automatically, so it would just come on literally within seconds of it crashing. So I don't think that would have been a crash. I can check, actually. Let's get out of the water. Let's get to safety. Let's check. Might have been. Who knows? Let's check the logs. Few logs. You can't see this, I know. The last crash report was on the 5th. On the 5th of January at 6 AM. So that was during a restart. Oh no. Oh yeah. So yeah, no, it wasn't a crash that Dadcraft had encountered. So there you go. That's what I mean. People instantly jump to it being worst case scenario. Whoa. Was a loud creeper. Jeez, thanks, Rad. Nelly, looks how I feel. Hey, you've had puppy cam on for ages. Who do you think you are? That's your free one there, Mitz, that we've just used. God. Forgot it was on. You shouldn't have said anything. Shh, plod plod, says Blue Cat Eyes. That's what happens when you mention her. That's what happens. Everyone else is sitting there going, oh, Puppy Cam's been on ages. I better not mention it. Carol's paid for another one. Better not mention it. And then someone comes along and mentions it and everyone's like, no, what did you do that for? He's going to notice now. Don't be that person. Don't mention the Puppy Cam. Don't do it. Trav says, I think the server did not like Dadcraft. He's mining all the diamonds in the world. Yeah, Dadcraft and Slack decided they're they're going to literally dig out the entire underneath of the server. All of the overworld's just going to collapse into a massive mine that they've created to get all of the diamonds. See, that competition's unfair. I was saying this to Slack today. I said, I'd really like to get involved in that. But Slack literally has all the time in the world to do that. The rest of us, I mean, I get a good amount of time to play Minecraft. I get a lot of time to play compared to like people like Mr. Beardstone and certain people that actually have to go to work. So, you know, I'm at an advantage. But even me, I've got not even half the time Slack's got to do it. So there's no point whatsoever in me entering a competition like that. I'd love to, but I just don't have the time. I couldn't stand putting that many hours into something so unproductive because I literally wouldn't be able to do anything else. Plod Blood says, I've learned my lesson, sorry chat. You will be. You will be. Don't do it again. Jeez. For your own sake. Just think of the people next time, Plod Blood. Kit says, why are drowned not shiny blue? They have dark spots. Because my texture pack doesn't work with them for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know. It's all kind of broken. Minecrafted it. I don't know. I've tried to look into that. I'm using a brightness shader. Bear in mind we can still have shaders because we're in the old version of Minecraft. That's another reason I don't really want to update, is because once we update, there'll be no more chunk lines, no more brightness pack, no more entity pack when the world's lagging and being able to find out where all the like massive pools of entities are. Oh jeez, it's going to be a nightmare. No more light level pack to see, you know, to like sort out all the dark spots in your area and make sure it's all spawnable. I suppose I could play on mobile to do that, but that means I've actually got to learn how to either play on mobile with a controller, which I really struggle with, or touchscreen, which is even worse. Now, does anyone know if it's possible? I don't think it is, and I think I've tried this before, but maybe it's changed because it was a long time ago. Is it possible to play on mobile with a keyboard and mouse? Because I know you can use a Bluetooth mouse and keyboard with Android and iOS now, but I don't think it works with Minecraft, does it? My X-ray pack still works, says Carol. I won't do on the latest version of Minecraft on Windows 10 or console. Not possible. Well, X-ray pack. Well, X-ray is different. X-ray, depending on how that's working, it might not be a shader. It might just be that you've talked the game into making all of the textures invisible, which shouldn't be able to do. There's actually stuff hidden in the game code that only allows glass to be rendered transparent. So it'd be interesting if you would like to send me that pack on Discord so I can have a look at it. It does, honestly, says Carol. I'd like to have a look at it, please. Maybe someone's figured out how to do stuff with RTX. I didn't think that was possible, but it's so new. I've looked into it a little bit myself, but I don't really know what I'm doing, to be honest with you. You need to press and hold the mouse to move around, says Silajul. Yeah, I found that when I used an Android emulator. I can't remember the name of it now, Blue Box or something like that. And I got Minecraft running on that with a keyboard and mouse. The keyboard worked fine, but the mouse, you had to click and hold it, which meant obviously you can't mine anything doing that, which is not ideal. I guess it's fine for looking around with like chunk borders and stuff, but you can't place any blocks, or I couldn't at least. BlueStacks, says Diamond Manis. That's the one, yeah. Android emulator, says Rad. Yeah, it's called BlueStacks. I think it's free as well. It's not very good. Very slow. Not very well optimized. But it's it's handy. I could run Minecraft on it. It worked, but it was not very enjoyable experience. Click and hold to mine, says Diamond Manis. Ah, well, you see, that's probably what I was doing wrong then. I use it for Among Us, says Diamond Manis. Ah, okay. Fair enough. Well, you know you can play Among Us on PC. Why not play... if you've got a... Why emulate it on Android rather than playing it on PC? Android version works quite nicely with keyboard and mouse on top of a Linux desktop. It's just like the Windows 10 version. I haven't got Linux. Doesn't that... That would still... What? How will you run it on Linux? Oh, Android works version quite nicely with keyboard and mouse on top of Linux desktop. Okay. Ah. It's £4, says Diamond Manis. I thought it's free to play. Is it not? I don't know. Stop! Oh, jeez. Turn round and there's another one. Like buses, these guys. Get a break for a couple of seconds and then there's a herd of them. Nox is perhaps better, says Frudel. Is that another emulator, is it? I've not heard of that one. I liked BlueStacks because it just had a simple installer. You didn't have to fanny about with anything or change any text files or code or compile anything. You just plugged it in and it worked. Will you? Pack it in. Get out of it. Just worked. And you could log in like with your Gmail account and just like load in all your apps you've paid for. It was good. Just didn't do what I wanted it to do, sadly. Right, that's it. I'm swimming away. I'm despawning him. Give him what for, mean barbecue, says Blue Eyes. Undum says they must not like you punching dolphins. I don't think they care, to be honest. I think they're just programmed to be nasty and spiteful. Speaking of nasty and spiteful, I'm turning off puppy cam. You've had it 6 minutes. That's a minute longer than you're supposed to. No more puppy cam for you. Don't even think about asking for it again. You're fired. Liara's going to be like, I'm sure I put another conduit down there. Don't tell her. Don't tell her where it is. Hey, we've nearly done this. We've nearly done it. I thought this was going to take loads longer than this. How are we doing stream time? About nearly an hour. So it took us just about an hour to do this. That's not bad. I know we're not quite there yet, but nearly there. Return of puppy cam. Oh, jeez. That's it. Keeping my eye on it this time. Ah, stop! I wouldn't mind the drown so much if they didn't keep dropping so many different items. There's so you got pockets full of like rotten flesh and nautilus shells and junk, gold bits and stuff. It's just pick something to drop. Please, preferably not rotten flesh. Jeez. I don't want all of these different items. 2 puppy cams, we get both angles then, says Michael Switch. If you can supply me a secondary webcam, I'll do my best. So, I mean, I probably got another old phone kicking about somewhere, but no, that's not happening. I've only got one tripod anyway, so sorry, mate. So yeah, so if you want that, Mike, I require a new tripod. A new phone holder attachment, flexible for a universal phone holder attachment for the tripod, and an old phone, preferably Android, that I can plug in as well, please. Oh, and a USB connector for that as well. Thank you. Cheers. Time is it in the UK, says Poachum? It is currently 20:49. I said the time, not the year. Oh, sorry. It's not what? It's nearly 9 o'clock. 10 to 9. Go away! So Mike just wants a screen full of puppy cats. No need for the game anymore. Hey, what'd save me doing a load of work, wouldn't it? I'd just sit here and ramble on for for an hour or two. What would you guys think if we did that? If I had a live stream, right, and we just had some random video stuff playing in the background, maybe even just a replay of what I'd done that day. Like if I recorded just 2 hours solid of me just playing Minecraft, and we've just sat and talked for a couple of hours. You think you'd enjoy that? It'd almost kind of be a bit podcasty, wouldn't it? But with interaction. Be a strange experience, I think, but it'd be quite interesting. Maybe we should do it. What do you think? I don't know if that would be against Twitch's terms of service, actually. I know you're not allowed to like just disappear off, are you? And I know there's certain streamers that do. They'll be like, oh, I'm streaming now. I'm just going to nip out to the shop and just leave everybody. Would you enjoy that? Says Kit. Would I enjoy that? Well, I don't know. I quite like the idea of it just being an experience of. I could actually plan out a conversation and some topics to talk about and discuss then, like a podcast. I could like get some news information. We could talk about like, yeah, I think that would be quite interesting. Get out of it, zombie. Dolphin, before you get whacked. They have a just cheating category, said follow this logic. Or just chatting category. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess some streamers, like, obviously not playing games, are they? They're just sat in their chairs talking. But they've probably got webcams on. Sounds fine to me. A bit like Groover's Toasty Biscuit streams. Oh, really? I've never watched one of those. How does he do it? You don't watch Groover's streams? Well, I'm generally busy doing my own thing, mate. It's not because I don't like his streams. It's just I don't have time. That would be quite something else, says Epic Stenty. Replay this footage with no sounds, says Michael Switch. No, I'm not doing it. Don't tell me what to do. Who do you think you are? Just asked for an opinion. I think I'm out of sand. I think we may have to go sand mining, peeps. I didn't want to go sand mining. One thing I hate more than chopping trees. Actually, I enjoy it more than chopping trees. I hate chopping trees. Jeez, the thought of chopping trees just makes my skin crawl and my shoulders wobble. Why do your shoulders wobble? I don't know. Felt like the right thing to say at the time. GM's off, says good night. That was ages ago. Sorry about that, GM. I missed it. And he noticed bits missing on his plane, says Lofty. Who did? Mr. Onion? Go sit in your head office for the chatting streams. You can chat with the dulcet tones of ghasts expiring in the background. Those ghasts. Those ghasts. It's horrendous. I've been working in that nether tunnel for hours today. Oh, it was so bad. I need a way of getting Slack back. What other horrendously noisy farms exist that I can go build at Slack's base? Oh, it's horrid. The problem with ghasts, obviously, I think it's actually broken, isn't it? I think they've addressed the fact that it is not supposed to be like that, but you can hear them at full volume for hundreds of blocks away. Or is that fixed now? Even if it's fixed, it's still horrendous. Groover's having a sweaty stream. Oh, sweetie stream. On Monday, maybe you should watch it, Foxy. I'm going to be very, very tied up on Monday. Even though I have documents from the NHS to say, whatever you do, do not go to work, don't go outside, don't go anywhere. I've got to go to work, sadly. I've arranged to be on site in a factory to go and fix a machine where there will be no people, no interruptions, no one to talk to, but they're so desperate to have the machine fixed that I am going to be going in on Monday. Also have the vets to deal with. Got to talk about the fact that Nelly won't be better, or maybe she will. Maybe the vet's right. Maybe she'll just magically be better on Monday. So yeah, I've got a weird. I've never been to a factory without without anyone actually there before. It's going to be a very strange experience, but at least it'll be safe. I've got that to do, and then obviously Nelly's vet stuff. Got recording videos to do. I've got to fix my map for the marketplace. It's going to be a busy Monday, very busy Monday. Oh, and I've got deliveries coming. Oh no, deliveries coming Saturday. I've got stuff to build from the deliveries on Monday. I'm getting. Don't tell Jack, right? But I bought him a double bed for his bedroom. He's no longer going to be on one of those kids' high beds. He's going to have his own double bed in his room, and he'll be able to sleep in comfort next time he comes. Could you hide some pistons on clocks around Slack's base? Says Plod Plod. Now that's a prank. I need to do it in a form that's not a prank. See, that ghast farm's technically not a prank because he's actually built it in the ideal location for that ghast farm. It just happens to be that the ideal location is right above my nether portal. So he's not pranked me as such, but it kind of has worked like that. So in order to retaliate, I need to do it in a way that's not pranking him. You know what I mean? Mike on Switch says, I laughed when Tiz was making that tunnel wrong and that farm was going. He had no idea. We watched it being built, so he knew right away what he found. Oh, I see. Okay, we're back. Jeez. Nelly decided the stream was over. She's unplugged it. Jeez. What did you hear? I was talking about the map. No particularly good information. Basically just saying it needs fixing and submitting it again, and hopefully it'll go through this time. But I mean, it could be rejected many times again before it actually gets finally submitted and accepted. So I've no idea. I was told it'd be done before Christmas, and now I'm thinking it's probably more likely going to be February the way things have gone. Maybe even later, who knows. I will do my best to get it done as quickly as possible and out to you, but at the moment, as I mentioned in my last stream, I'm a little bit frustrated with the fact that it's now been rejected because of lag issues which weren't apparent in the version I actually built it on, but have suddenly cropped up, seeing as though the version got updated since it had been submitted, and now the Mojang are playing it on the latest version, and the latest version has made it throw up some errors which didn't exist on the version I built it on, and made it very laggy as well. So I've now got to probably take even more of the fun stuff out of the game to make it less laggy, which I hope that's not the case. Hopefully I can get around doing that, because that would be really sad, because I put so much time and effort and thought into that game, and it's really nice and well balanced. I really don't want it to suffer from these issues, but we'll see what happens. Just curious, if it hits Marketplace, I will for sure be checking it out. Well, thank you, Jack's dad. Appreciate it. Hey Foxy, I just discovered that Bedrock Tweaks is real. Good for you. I'm glad that you've discovered that. Right, we are now going to grab a couple of shulker boxes, and we're going to go do some serious sand mining, peeps, after I kill these guys from the other side of that purple wall. Eric Bannister says, hey! Spelt it wrong, mate. That's the wrong type of hay. That's what horses eat. Horses don't eat hay, they go neigh. No, they eat hay as well. No. Lay on hay. Eat grass. No, they don't. Eat hay. Hay bales are in the basement, bruh, says Mike on Switch. Don't you get me started on those hay bales. Takes me back all the way to Chicken Block. Oof, we've got bad bitrate coming through. Bitrate is in the red. This is not good. We may disconnect at any moment. Hopefully we won't. Now on third internet connection. Let's hope this one lasts a bit longer. Why have you got so many internet connections? Because they don't work, mate. Used to work perfectly until I gave my good internet connection to the server. Now I'm left with all these rubbish 4G ones. Carol says, can't find the link to your X-ray pack on MCPEDL. Can send the MC pack file to you so you can send to Foxy. Please do. I miss Chicken Blocks' kit soon. Michael Switch says, next on TV, Foxy becomes his own ISP. You got to have lots of servers. Not servers, what are they called? Internet connections. It's the only way. It's the only way. I fear that I've gone in the wrong direction here. I don't remember my desert being anywhere near a mesa. Although this may well be my desert, because it was definitely near an acacia village. Maybe I've gone slightly off track? Concerned fox noises. Feeling like I've... Ah, here it is. This is my desert. It's not actually my desert, but I did collect... Someone else has been here. Did I dig it all the way down to this level? I don't remember digging it. Someone's been to my desert. Pinching my sand. Rude. Bet it was one of those pesky TB members. Who do you think they are in my desert? Stealing my sand. They don't understand, do they? Is anyone else online? Oh, Dadcraft's online. Is he streaming at the minute? I'm not obviously streaming at an unusual time today, so I may well be overlapping.
It's only a game.
I don't normally overlap.
Why you have to be mad?
It's not only a game. It's real life, Rad. Minecraft is real life. If you don't realise that, then you're doing it wrong. Honey Slack, says Mike on Switch. What's Honey Slack? What? Doesn't look like DC is streaming. Okay. Maybe he's just standing in his shop waiting for customers. It's generally what I spend most of my time doing. Probably Mr. Onion, as he says he will sellotape himself to his house, says Lofty. What? It was probably a lazy chameleon or something similar that stole the sand. Yeah, I know exactly who it was. It'd have been that slizzard fella coming and stealing me sand. This is over in this direction as well. We was actually talking about this the other day, talking about that neither of us quite go outside of the world border to get our sand. And I said, oh yeah, which direction do you go in then? He said, due west from my base. I said, oh, I go due west from my base as well. So I bet we're both like going slightly skewed, and this is in fact we're both mining from this same desert. The hour got attacked by another raid there, says Blue Cat Eyes. You should build a hoglin farm above Slack's portal to get him back. The hoglins don't really make any noise though, do they? OMG, bits are... Well, I'm sorry, I can't afford them, says Poachum. Don't worry about it. You should only ever support a creator if you can afford to, and if you really, really want to. You don't have to do it. The great thing about all of these things is they are free. They are free for you to consume as much content as you want, and obviously we do really, really appreciate the support, but you don't have to do it, and we would much rather that you would look after yourselves before you looked after us. Well, I say we. I can't speak for everybody. I'm speaking for myself, but I'm pretty sure most people would share my sentiment. So yeah, don't worry about it. It's fine. How about Endermans, says Lofty? What, in the nether? Difficult to farm Enderman in the nether, Lofty. Very difficult. It's not impossible, but it's difficult. Very difficult. And I'm lazy. That's the problem. I think the easiest thing to do, actually, what Slack got a lot of at his base, like maybe things that make noise, entities, pistons, what's he got a lot of at his base? Because I could just change a resource pack on the server to make whatever he's got lots of really loud and a horrible noise, like turn it into a foghorn, something like that. You said you're not going to prank him. I know, but I've run out of other good ideas. Need to do something. Poke Jum says thank you, Foxy. You're very welcome. Lag, says Mike on Switch. Yeah, I'm starting to consider, right? Kelp. I don't think kelp makes a noise, does it? I think I'm having problems with my computer and the internet because saw that lag there where the blocks disappear and then ping back again. Don't forget, I'm on the direct connection to the server. My wire literally goes to a router that's sat next to the computer and then around the corner up to the house. It's not going through the walls or anything like that. It's the wire goes to the server, so there shouldn't be any lag at all. but I keep getting massive lag spikes all the time when I'm playing at the minute, and this has been happening regularly. So I'm wondering if it's those lag spikes, like there's something internally on my computer that's causing these lag spikes, which is maybe why we're losing connection during live streams. Got lots of lava, says Jelana. Ooh, lava noise. Oh, now you're, yes, that might work. That might work. So it's a GB straight. What? What are you on about? It's currently mining a lot of diamonds right now while using a beacon, says Stone Ostrich. So, ooh, beacon. We could definitely change the beacon noise. Does the beacon make a specific noise when you place it? I know it makes one when you activate it. Maybe we could make it so when you activate it, it makes a ridiculously stupid noise. But then it would do it for everybody, obviously. But it would be quite entertaining. Maybe we could make it one of my characters, like, oh, you're using a beacon, mate. Big chicken, big chicken. What do you think it should say?
Or maybe it could say, oh look, you're using a beacon. It's very funny. It's a good joke.
That's a rubbish joke. Oh, I won't ask you in future. Yeah, I don't know. There's a consistent hum of you are within a number of blocks of a beacon. Yeah, I'm thinking more of like something that would surprise him. So it wasn't just making that noise all the time. So it was like he places the beacon and it just makes a ridiculous noise. Blue Cat Eye says in Mr. Onion voice. Oh, it's this stupid song that's all about juicy. I don't like it. Turn it off. Build a carrot farm with villagers, says Frudel, near him. You talk to me about carrot farms. The beacon noise would be funny with the corruption that's going on, says Walter. The beacon made a cow noise, like, moo, or something every time we place it. That'd confuse him. Or just like me just talking to him really naturally. That's like, all right, Zach. He's like, what? I'm not even in voice call with him. That'd be funny. Ooh, so many ideas. Could it be the router that's overloaded somehow instead of your PC? No, I don't think so, because, right, the reason I think no is, well, for a start, there's nothing else is plugged into the router. Before we started this stream, I was connected to my mobile phone through Wi-Fi, and we lost connection to the stream. So then I changed my Wi-Fi to the router that the server was on, which is upstairs, which is a long way away, and that I can connect directly to the server using a different network. They're actually connected to two networks. One is my local home area connection, and one is the network between them both that goes directly to their own internet connection. There, that like spike thing there, right? So I switched over for the Wi-Fi to that other router, which is my fast broadband. But unfortunately, it's too far away, so it's not a very stable Wi-Fi connection. So I could blame that for why it cut out, but it's more likely it's this lag thing that my PC's just struggling to maintain, I don't know, steady connection to any network. So then once that crashed and we lost the stream again, I changed to my other network, which is wired in on the same network, this is very complicated, that I'm connected to the server with, right? So that's Ethernet. So the first two are wireless, this one's Ethernet. Yesterday when I was live streaming, I had my phone, using my phone tethering, but instead of through Wi-Fi, I was doing it through Bluetooth and still had the same problems. So I don't think it's the connection to the server that's directly. I think my PC is having, for some reason, weird lag issues. It could be a RAM thing, could be a CPU thing, it could just be a weird motherboard issue. I don't know. Titanic Flute when you activate beacons, as Michael Switch. I think that would be a little bit too much. But I like it. I really like that idea. Dun 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 sound. All the diamonds have been removed from the range of these beacons, says I'm dumb. That'd be good. Or just a title that comes on screen when you place a beacon. Says, oh, diamond or deleted. Yeah, that dun 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 noise. Network card on the fritz, says Michael Switch. No, it's not network card, because like I said, I've got 3 different connections that don't all go through the network card. Also, the network card's built into the motherboard, so if that's the case, the motherboard's dead. To be fair, this motherboard's been faulty from the moment I got it, which really frustrates me because the tech support won't believe me that there's anything wrong with it. But I can't plug in any USB external drives to it, which I've got like 5 4 terabyte external hard drives, which I've always used in the past for backups. I've always had backups. Since I got this PC, I haven't been able to keep any backups because if I plug USB external drives into my PC and then the computer restarts, it just can't load Windows. It just crashes and gets stuck and tells me that the boot disk is corrupted. So I've been through technical support with the motherboard supplier, and they don't recognise it being an issue. So yeah, might be a dodgy motherboard. But I can't buy motherboards for this computer anymore because I was looking online for them the other day, and to get a decent one, which I would like, rather than just sort of a very cheap basic one, I'd like a decent one because it's a decent computer. They're all out of stock because basically they don't bother stocking technically out of date CPU based motherboards, which is really frustrating. So I'd have to buy a new CPU as well, and I don't want to do that. It's very expensive. Fizzy Andy Boy says, make a zombie pigman farm which uses portals, lighting and breaking, and relighting portal breaking sounds is the worst. You can relighting the portal using lava and trapdoors. We can't do that on ours because we don't have fire tick turned on, and we've actually got one of those. Over Man and Slack have got one near my concrete farm. I think Mitz there has the best idea, which is to make Mr. Onion move him near Slack and just not shut up. The other option is to make gas quieter, or maybe they could shout shame when they die. I really like that idea. I really like that idea. It could play a creeper sound, says Danderhoff. Michael Switch says, use his own voice against him. Shame Bell and Slack saying the shame. What, when the gas die? That would be brilliant. Or when he places a beacon. Well, there we go, look, boom. Big lag spike. I shouldn't get those because I'm connected to the server. There was a game, black and white, that could find your name in PC settings and would on rare occasions you'd hear the name whispered to you, creepy as heck. Find the right sound trigger and play Foxy Whisper of Slack.
Hang on a minute, let me count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gifted subs. Thank you.
GM, I thought you'd gone, but I'm glad you haven't. Look at that. 5 gifted subs. Thank you so much. Dum, Swanky Potato, Range, Spitfire and Stone Ostrich. If you're one of those people, please give a massive big thank you to GM. That's so generous of you, GM. You are absolutely wonderful. Thank you very much. I hope you're okay, buddy. I know things have not been easy for you last year and probably this year as well, so I hope you're doing all right. I do think about you quite regularly from time to time. So yeah, fingers crossed you're doing all right. You're still here, you're still joining the stream, so it can't be all too bad. Mitz there saying, with love hearts, I think, for GM there. Amazing. Thank you. All the fiddling with your PC, Foxy. You have broke it. No, it was new. It's been broken since I got it. That's the most frustrating thing. And it'd be out of warranty now as well. So it's not like I could even get it fixed on the warranty. I think I just have to put up with it. I'm not buying a new one. It's too new to buy a new one. Way too soon. Anyway, I'm not made of money. Pickles thinks I am, but I'm not. Buy an RTX card and a GTX card. Yeah, okay then, mate. I'll buy 3 of each. Play Microsoft updates, says Frudel. It could be. It wouldn't surprise me. They break everything else. But there we go again, look. See? Why? It's my pleasure to support, says GM. Well, thank you very much. Follow this logic, says Mongo. Actually, in B&W, it whispered death when a villager died. Awesome game. Yeah, actually. Maybe it did both, follow this logic. Maybe it did both. I have heard that before on the gaming podcast that I listened to. There was a game that used to whisper your name. It would find it from your, I think, your documents folder, whatever your like user profile was, and if it was a name it recognised, it would whisper it to you. So I have heard that before. Maybe it just doesn't recognise follow this logic as an actual name. So you never heard it? Hey, maybe about that. Michael Switch says, don't remember the whispers. I only remember that black and white was a lot of fun. Maybe you didn't have to turned up loud enough. I don't know if it was black and white that that was the game, but I've definitely heard that there was a game that did that. No idea what it was called. Did it? Both found mine and whispered me at a quiet moment in at 3:30 a.m. Oh, that'd be so freaky. Hanko's here saying evening. Evening, Hanko. How you doing? How you doing? Well, we're doing well here. We're getting many sand. This is good. Many sand are required when you're building a beach. Although technically, I think I've finished placing sand on that beach now. So this sand is just to top up my own reserves. I had 8 shulker boxes worth of sand before I started that beach project. And then, as you saw, I had none. So, yeah, very much need to top up my sand reserves because it's how I make concrete, you see. Really? You make concrete with sand? Yep, I know. Sounds crazy, doesn't it? But it's true. True story. Not too shabby, thanks. How are you doing, Mr. No-Tail, says Hanku. I am doing good, thank you. Little bit sad because I've just took Jack home. I don't like it. I don't like taking my kids home. It's, I don't know. When they go home, you just feel a little bit empty, don't you? So, well, not like, oh, I'm down in the dumps sad, but just a little bit, feeling a little bit empty. But I'll be fine. Be fine by tomorrow. Yeah, I'm happy otherwise. Things are going pretty well. Things are going good. I'm enjoying dog walks at the minute. It's been lovely weather for dog walks. Even though it's cold, it's been nice and sunny. So we've been doing some nice little dog walks on the last few days. It's been lovely. So that's nice. Nice to get out of the house. It's nice to. I think that's my favourite thing about having Nelly. Is first of all is the company, because she is brilliant company. She was making me. I was laughing my head off yesterday when I was trying to move my office around. She wants to be involved in everything I'm doing, basically. So I brought another desk down from upstairs. It's just been lingering in a room upstairs since I moved away from my actual like old work office. So I undid all of the Allen key bits, and I took the top off the desk, and I stripped the legs down to make it easy to bring them downstairs. And I put them. I was put them in what was my dining room, which is now my office. And I was laid underneath it with my Allen key, putting the top back on, and she just thought that was her cue to come along and lick me all over, lick on my forehead, lick my ears, lick my face, just like get involved. And then after she'd finished doing that, I got the desk up properly. I was then on my on my knees underneath the desk, putting like. Trying very hard to tidy all of the cables, although if you're on my Discord and you've seen the picture of my rearranged setup, you'll know my cable management's not great. But I did try very hard to not tangle them, but there's so many of them, it's almost impossible to make them not tangle. So yeah, while I was underneath the desk doing that, she was under the desk with me as well, with her nose in the cables trying to help me. So it's just like that part of having a dog or a companion is really great. It's like having your best friend with you all the time, which is wonderful. But the other best bit is just that excuse to just get out for an hour every day and just go for a walk and appreciate the outdoors, something I never did often enough before. So, and it makes you feel so much better getting outside, even when it's raining and even when it's miserable. Just going out for a walk for half an hour and just appreciating the outdoors it's very nice. It's lovely. Cable management is never not possible. No excuses, Hanku. Never said it wasn't possible. Maybe I did say it wasn't possible. I didn't mean it wasn't possible. But I'm very lazy, right? I'm very lazy when it comes to things like that. I'll tell you the truth, okay? I used to do quite, like, substantial cable management. I used to get all of the wraps and the cable in and the trunk in. And I would run my cables through it. And then what would happen is I would end up, like, wanting to move something on my desk, but I can't move it an inch because it's all trapped inside the cable management. Then you've got to undo all the tie wraps and undo all the trunking to get that one wire out. Or then you'll add a new device to your system, and then that wire you've got to take the whole thing to bits to get it back inside the trunking. And or a device will break, or it'll change, or you'll just, there's always a reason why you need to move something, or alter the position of something, or add something to the system. And it just used to annoy me, having to constantly be cutting through tie wraps, threading things through trunking, and in the end I just thought, what am I actually saving here? Nothing at all. It doesn't do me any favours whatsoever having them tidy, because it's only me looking at it. No one else shares that space. No one, even if people come in this room, they don't look under the desk and ogle at my wiring. So I thought the only person I'm trying to please is myself. So I thought, you know what, forget it. It's no point. I'll make them as tidy as I can by hand, and then they can just dangle. You can get some cable controllers under desk cheap, easy to add and remove then, says Tanker. I've had them, but then you, like, your mouse, all of a sudden, the cable's a metre shorter than it was, so you've got a limited range of movement on your mouse. There's always one cable that's not long enough when you do that, so then you end up with one cable that doesn't go in the trunking. Or, like, the little holes in the corner of your desk that are for threading your wires through. If you use those, one of your monitors doesn't reach the back of your computer, so then you've got to buy an extended length HDMI cable, and then you realise actually that needs to be a mini DisplayPort adapter at the end of that, because my graphics card's got the wrong number of holes in it. So then you get one of that, and it's just constantly buying adapters and like jiffling things about for no good reason other than pleasing yourself of what a good job you've done of tidying the wires up. It doesn't help you at all. It doesn't make it better. It doesn't make it faster. It doesn't keep it any cleaner or tidier. If you clean under your desk regularly and dust and hoover, it's absolutely fine. So yeah, I decided that there's absolutely no point in doing it. It doesn't serve me any purpose. So I shan't. I know what you mean, says Hanku. You're right, Foxy, says Pokejum. I use the tube wraps, bunny proof. She eats the cables. Wow. Gotta go. Hope you all have a very nice rest of the day. Thank you, GM, and enjoy whatever you're doing for the rest of the day. Your shoulder durability, Foxy. I know. It's not very good, is it? I'm going to stop there, I think. I've got 4 shulker boxes. That's not bad. Not bad for a quick day out. Let's chuck the rest of that junk in there. We've got a rabbit head as well, apparently. And let's pack up. Let's go and mend that shovel. I was going to say mend that shulker box then. It's not possible to mend a shulker box. But wouldn't it be nice if they allowed us to put netherite on our shulker boxes so we could send them swimming in lava? That'd be brilliant, wouldn't it? Netherite coated shulker boxes. What dreams are made of. No matter how good cable management you got, they always find a way to fiddle in each other. I don't know quite what that means, Epic Stenty, but I think I know what you mean. Mitt says, I get the feeling that Foxy doesn't care about cable management. Not sure why, though. I don't care about cable management, Mitt. And the other thing is, when you're sat at your desk, you're not looking up under it at the mess of cables, are you? You're looking on top of the desk at the tidy cables that there are. Well, look at the few cables there are on top of my desk. It looks good. Hanky says, I remember many years ago when living at home, my mother was clearing Christmas decorations and cut through some of my PC cables. I've always been very neat since then. You see, I live on my own, Hanku, so I don't have to worry about other people cutting through my cables. The only thing I've got to worry about now is Nelly. Oh, speaking of Nelly, not having the camera anymore. But look, if I spin the camera around, you'll see the most important cables in the room are right behind her bed. So if she yanks on those, we've got problems. Speaking of puppy cam, it's going off. No more puppy cam for you. Who do you think you are having all that puppy cam? But it's so expensive to hire a manager for your cables, says Sillajul. Hey, well, if you're as rich as Pickles thinks I am, then you can hire many, many managers to manage your cables. Hanku says, Carol with the puppy cam. Oh, I've just clicked roll credits by mistake. I didn't mean to do that. That's an accidental credit roll. So they're going to scroll on the screens for a couple of minutes now. Oops. Does that mean we've got to go? Yeah. Yeah, finishing early now. We've got to because the... No, we're not going. Not yet. Got things to do, peeps. Can't just disappear. Although I feel like it's an appropriate time to end because we've just finished doing a job. But I'm going to stick around for a bit, you know? We're going to stick around and enjoy the time that we've got together. What's that mean? Are you leaving? Yeah, soon. Hanky says, I do now. This is when I was probably 12 or 13. Lesson stuck with me, I guess. I used to keep myself up my way. My mum and dad wouldn't dare come in my room because of all the bits of equipment I had in there. They would get their heads bitten off. Oh, that nice sound of your armor getting fixed, but not your tool. There we go. And now it's time to feed Bert and Ernie. Although I noticed they've not been eating their fish. Look at how much fish they've got down here. Look, there's over a stack. Why aren't you eating? Do you know we need to do this properly for them? Oh, I can't put it in the dispensers and fire it at them. Well, do you know what? Forget it then. I'm not going to feed them. You can go hungry, Bert and Ernie. No food for you. Jeez, lazy. If you read Pickle's comment properly, he asked about himself, not you. Well, that just makes the fact that I've been going on about it even more funny, Mitts. What did he say then? What did Pickles say? And can I answer the question still for him? What was the question, Pickles? Was it, should I get an RTX or GTX? If that's the questions, then if you can afford to get an RTX, get an RTX, because GTX won't do RTX. Maybe they can't take the fish through the glass, Silajul. Don't be ridiculous, Silajul. Of course they can. I've seen him do it. Yeah, if you can afford an RTX, they're way better than GTXs because you can do the shader stuff with them. And if you could afford a 3090, although you won't be able to get older one because they're like rocking horse poop to get a hold of one of those. Yeah, they are like a million times better than the ones before them, from what I understand. From my basic understanding of it all, I believe they're better. Possibly. Oh, jeez, I've lost it. Jeez. Why? Are we back? Well, we did see the credits already, so says Chaz. I was making jokes about carrot farms then, you missed it all. More of a jitter then, says Kitsu. Pitchstone. What's happened, says Eric Bannister. Someone broke my internet yet again. I'm pretty sure it was Slack. Filling with me wires. Hey guys! How you doing? Alright? The llama and iron golems helping you farm like all of those comments said that they would? Yes? Good, excellent. Oh! We got more! We've had another few carrots come through. This is excellent news. Oh, it's so successful, this thing. So successful. Oh, credits are still going. You sure it isn't Mr. Onion messing with the cables? Pretty sure. Can I turn the credits off? Oh, I can. Hang on, let me turn the credits off. There we go. You're welcome. Where am I going? Wrong way. Mine's been a nightmare the last few days. Completely lost internet yesterday, says Mitts. I don't know what's up with this. It's really starting to wind me up now. It's getting on my nerves. I mean, the other thing, what I could do, it's a bit of a roundabout way of doing it, but I could run my PC screen through my Elgato capture card into my laptop and stream from my laptop instead of my PC and let that just handle the internet side of things. That might work. But that's a lot of faffing about just to do a live stream when I've got supposedly one of the greatest computers that money can buy. It's not that good. No, okay, it's not that good. It's pretty good, mate. Pretty good. Right, peeps. Peep birdie peeps and poop birdie poops. We have 30 minutes left. What would you like to do? I'm technically, I really want to get cracking with the design I've been doing on my castle, but I don't want to show you guys it yet because it's going to be a while before it's in a video, and I don't want Lofty going and spoiling it for everyone, going into everyone's live stream saying, Mr. Onion was in Slack's video. Because yeah, she'll just tell everyone then, won't she? I don't think I should give you spoilers. Foxy, I noticed you have the same PC case as me. Mine is just black. I've got the black one on my old computer. I really like this version of it. It's the crystal one rather than the carbide one. Bring Jessie something for her birthday, says Raz. No. Absolutely not. Just stream a black screen and talk instead then, haha, says Hanku. Yeah, but I'd still disappear if I, you wouldn't be able to hear me, would you? Lofty saying, that weren't my fault. Slack aired his video before you did. Ah, blaming you, Lofty. You must have told him to. Yeah, I bet he was in his stream saying, have you got any videos of Mr. Onion, Slack? And he said, yeah, I've got one actually. Well, you need to put it out because I really want to see Mr. Onion. I bet that's what happened. Eric Bannister says, the first time in a long time that I've been able to catch you and things keep going wrong. Ah, we're all right. We're still here. We're still here. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's all good. Full screen puppy cam while you build. Zombie Cassay says, let Mr. Onion finish the stream. Absolutely not. He's banned. There should be no more Mr. Onion. Wednesday Mr. Onion stream, says Silla Jules. I did him last week. Did you miss him? He did it at the same time I was streaming the that Immortals game. Did you miss them? Oh, jeez. I didn't even save the VODs for them either because it was a one-off. I just wanted it to be special for the people that watched. I did have to, I mean, did wonder because there was only like 10 people there, but I'm pretty sure Lofty was there. Pokejum says, please, no more Mr. Onion. Don't you like Mr. Onion, Pokejum? Big Chicken and Geraldine are certain to take over your castle as soon as you build it, says Plot Plot. No, they wouldn't do that. Big Chicken wouldn't do that to me again. He did that to me last season. There's no way he'd do that to me again. No, Foxy, Mr. Onion didn't stream, says Lofty. No, nonsense, of course he did. Must have done. He told me he was. You streamed the other day, didn't you? You did? Mr. Onion? You streamed the other day, didn't you? Pardon? What are you saying? That you streamed it? You did your solo stream the other day. What? I can't hear you. I'm sorry, I'm breaking up and going through a tunnel. You stood in front of me. You know, did you stream the other day when I told you to? I think maybe I have to go now. Goodbye. I thought, yeah, I'm pretty sure he did. He couldn't have streamed. He deleted his Twitch account, says Silla Jill. Oh, jeez. My cat's rolling on the floor to get attention, says Stone Ostrich. Excellent. So when is he doing them, Fox? What? I spoke to him. He says he did them. Well, technically he didn't say he did them, but I'm pretty sure he did. Right, anyway. So, are we going to have a look at my castle? Yes or no? I'm going to put a poll on. See what you think. Okay, so new poll. Okay, not allowed to, no cheating in the votes. There you go. Let's do this. I bet your wife love it when you use all your voices, Eric Bannister. I don't have a wife. No wife! That's why I get away with doing all these voices. No one to tell me off all the time, see? You know how this poll is going to end, says Blue Cat Eyes. I've got my fingers crossed for Norpsy. Oh, jeez. Losing. What sort of onion is Mr. Onion? He's a person. Just because his name's Mr. Onion doesn't mean he's an onion. We've had this conversation before. If your name's Mr. Bean, you're not necessarily a bean, are you? You're a human being. It's human being. Oh. Being what? I don't know. How do you... Oh, no, I've read that one. Kit says, I thought I must have changed my language setting then. Why? Was it I spelt things wrong? A human being, says Rad. That's horrible. More. So, okay. I can see 10 people have said no. Which, if you've said no, let's not look at the castle. Put your hand up in chat. I want to see which of you it is. I think you've probably said no, not because you're not bothered about looking at it, but because you were trying to protect the spoilers from the video. I said, yeah, Mitt says I said no, Norpsy. I thought you might have done. Pokejum said Norpsy. Raj! Oh, I'm surprised. I'm surprised you two. I thought you'd have said Yerpsy. Interesting. Very interesting. Millsney. Oh. Lawful Meteor. Okay, so I know why Mitz did, so why did you guys say no then? And Silajul says, I said nope, see, just because there was no way it could win. Oh, okay, fair enough. Well, Yepsi's win, so we're off again. Going into the latest version of Minecraft for the second time in today's live stream. Hopefully we won't manage to cut out the entire world while we do this. We're going into TB Packs, latest version of the game. Load and launch. Yes, let's do this. No spoilers, says Lawful Meteor. Well, look away in about 2 minutes. If he gets sunburn, then a red onion, he makes you cry, frustration. Sounds like what? I selected Yerpsy because I felt temporarily selfish, says Blue Cat Eyes. Wow. Silajul says, then Lawful, then better look elsewhere. Right, okay, so at the moment, what you've got to bear in mind before we get into this is that it is very much just me throwing a few blocks together. It is by no means intended to be the finished product. It's not the finished block palette, and it's not finished. I've only done the front, the very front of the build, just to get an idea of size and shape. So this is not going to be the finished product. So don't look at it and go, oh, it's a bit plain and boring and I don't like the block palette, because it's just, I've only spent a couple of hours on it so far of a plan. Was Red Dwarf a red dwarf, says Stone Ostrich. No, it's a spaceship. Just being honest, says Blue Cat Eyes. So are you ready? Uh-oh, here come all the errors. Many errors. Many errors. Many Alexes. Oh, we're in RTX still. I haven't looked at it in RTX. It's a bit plain and boring, Foxy, says Kitsune. Yes. Oh, doesn't he look nice? It looks wonderful. I don't know what it's going to look like in RTX. It might look really horrible. Probably will. Just nipping through town, facing the wrong way. Oh, can we see it in the reflection of the window? Can you see it through the reflection of the window? Look at... Oh, where's the reflection gone? Hang on. Well, I can see it there, but I got... What? It's not... Ah. Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna turn RTX off before we go in there. I didn't mean to have RTX on. Let's take off my texture pack. Take away the vanillas. Castle Design 2. Looks so good, says Fazzo. Thank you very much. Been working it all day. Looks like a great intro. You strafing through the street. You ready? Oh, there you go. You've seen it now. So yeah, I've just done a courtyard, really. This is all I've done. Like I said, it's not finished yet. But my idea is that we've got this nice sort of path leading up to a circular bit with a cherry blossom tree in a minute. And I know it's not a very nice cherry blossom tree. I just threw it together very quickly to get an idea. And then we'd have these like walkways that go through. We probably have a door here that leads into another part of the castle. And we'd have this big bit in the middle, and then like big towers and stuff around it or behind it and stuff. I like the circle bits, says Kitsune. Yeah, the rest of it's got very much a work in progress. But I want to get working on it. So over here will probably be a completely separate building, and the same thing over there as well. Maybe some stables, maybe a barracks or something like that. But this part obviously is going to be the main castle bit. I want to go all the way back. So let's get cracking with that. I like it, including the tree, says Silajul. Thank you. How delightful, says Blue Cat Eyes. That tree looks epic, says Hanku. It's really not. Green's mansion? What? Well, it would be impossible for it to be Green's mansion because I don't watch Green. I know he's got a mansion, but I don't watch Green, so I have no idea what his mansion looked like. So if it reminds you of that, then perhaps it's just because it's a big building made out of Minecraft. Made out of Minecraft? Yes, that's what I said. I'm missing some stairs there. It's better. It's flat pack, lol, says Frudel. Yeah, better call Jesse to fix your tree. Hey! Jesse's not the only person in the world that can make beautiful trees. Look at how beautiful it is. This is the most beautiful tree I've ever seen. I was only lying about it being rubbish. Jeez. Can't believe it. Just no pleasing some people. No pleasing some people. Mean. Mean to the core, you lot. Green, not grown, typo, says Frudel. What? Green's mansion doesn't have a back. Oh, is that what? Is that the reference? Was it? Rather than it looking like it. Good. Can't be doing with people saying I'm copying already. I've only just started. Like the Prismarine as the roof. Cool, says Epic Stenter. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure on that yet. I like it more than the Blackstone. But, and yeah, I think it kind of goes. I just wanted it to be different from the rest of it, you know. I don't want it to be just more wood. I think it should be more unique. So, we got a tower there. I kind of want to do another sort of big tower coming out from round that. Maybe we could do another one round here like this. A big tower. I'm making circles. Might look a bit weird, that. Maybe we should make it a square one. Why don't you make it a square one? That's what I just said. Oh, sorry. Not listening. Watching Mr. Onion's live stream. He's just gone live, has he? Yeah. Honest. More luxurious than the rest of the town, says Blue Guys. Yes, indeed. Indeed. Quite right. Okay, let's bring that out to about there. Let's wangle a square towery thing in there. That's not quite long enough. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I was one off. One off. Jeez. Right, this one's going to be a square tower. Really? Yep. It's not all going to be made out of... Well, actually, I'm still toying with the idea of stone brick. We'll probably have other variations in there as well. Bit of andesite, bit of other stuff, just to break it up a bit. But we don't want it to look all battered and old. We don't want like loads of cracked stone brick or anything like that in there. But I don't want it to be really plain. So we're either going to have to add a lot of detail in and keep it as the base as stone brick, or we're going to have to find a block palette that's sort of more suitable. But I was looking at one of my inspirational pictures. I'll see if I can get a picture of it now. German fairy tale castle. One of the things I was looking at for my my inspiration was this German fairy tale castle in Neuschwanstein. That one. And I really like the look of that. So I want to try and add some of those sorts of features in. So that's where we got this peaked roof idea from here. But I don't want it to be white. That looks really nice white, but we don't really have nice white bricky things in Minecraft. I know we've got quartz, but it's not really what I'm after. So I like the green roof. I wonder how warped wood would go with it, says Kicksoon. That's not a bad idea. We could maybe throw some warped wood in there as well. It's not a bad idea. Right, we're going to take a little bit of this out here. Diorite, says Poke Jim. It's not brick, though, is it? Doesn't look like a... It doesn't look structural, diorite, does it? Really? If we're being honest, it don't. Lol, says Poke Jim. What are we lolling at now? I just watched a documentary on that, says Stone Ostrich. Really? What was it about? I've only seen it on a Google picture. Indeed, Foxy, says Poker. Oh, indeed what? Add a bit of that there, just for a bit of something extra. I'm going to take this right up past that roof point there. All right, I see about the diorite. Right, I get you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we'll bring it out and we'll have some turrety bits at the top of that. It's a bit square. Yeah, well, shut up. They used that castle in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Oh, that's where I probably recognised it from then. I thought it looked familiar. I would never have thought for a million years it was from Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, but yeah. Wow, as Owen Wilson would say. So we could maybe do like something like that, and maybe even out of the top of that, we could have a circular tower. So let's find the middle point there. So we got 4. Let's do a nice circular one coming out of top. Why not use the fill command, says Fruidle. What for? Oh, to filling up the walls. You got to muck about trying to figure out what coordinates you've got. Problem with using commands in Bedrock Edition is particularly, or in Java Edition as well, although Java Edition's easy because you've got World Edit, but in Bedrock, when you use fill commands, guarantee you get one off slightly, whether it's the X or the Y, or maybe you do it the wrong way round, and you ended up putting a massive wall or block of blocks through something you've already built, which you didn't want to put something through, and there's no undo button, so unless you've got regular backups, you've just made a complete mess of your build. I prefer, if I'm going to do stuff like that, I prefer to use structure blocks. There's a lot less chance of you getting it all wrong using structure blocks, but to just build up a few layers of wall like that, really don't need to worry about that. What is Chitty Chitty Bang Bang? A movie, says Epic Stente. Are you serious? Have you really not heard of Chitty Chitty Bang Bang? Probably the greatest movie of all time, apart from other movies that were better. Can't believe you've never heard of it. It was a massively big part of my childhood. It's a wonderful movie. I've done that wrong, haven't I? You're right. They should add Control Z. They should to commands. That would be very helpful. Very helpful indeed. I don't think it'd be that difficult to do if you just whatever the last command you did was, it just undid it. But then I guess it's going to have to remember exactly what blocks. Yeah, it'd be quite complicated. Don't know if that maybe looks a little bit weedy in the middle there. Maybe it wants to be a little bit wider, do we think? I wanted to have enough space to walk around it, but I don't think we need to. What do you think, Mitz? And don't just be polite, tell me the truth. I appreciate your input because you're good at building. What do you mean? You don't appreciate anyone else that's in the chats? Well, I don't know anyone else in the chats build capabilities. Apart from Pickles. Pickles is a darn good builder. Very good builder, Mr. Pickles. But I don't know if he's still there. He's probably upset with me for reading his message wrong earlier. Sorry, Pickles. My bad. I made a boo-boo. Did bad reading again. It's Mitzi's fault. She always writes it wrong. She replies to things I said ages ago with one word with no reference to what I was talking about and expects me to remember what I was on about. How am I supposed to know? How am I supposed to know what I was on about? I love the breakfast making machine from that movie, says Kitsune. I forgot about that. Oh my. I might have to watch that again soon. I don't know if they're just... When you watch old movies back now, they're so hard to watch, aren't they? Because they were so slow. They were so slow. And everything just took forever, didn't it? But I think it's definitely worth a rewatch at some point. Now, I don't want this castle to be symmetrical. I know the front is symmetrical. The rest of this castle, I want it to be all higgledy-piggledy and all over the place. So don't moan at me if it's not symmetrical, okay? Right, gotta go. Have fun, folks. Have a fun stream. Thanks, Foxy. Thank you, Fruidle. Foxy, I built the pickle farm from your recent video. It works really well. Thank you, Feelgood. It does work really well. I was quite impressed with that after I did that. That was, a bit of a wing it job, but it worked out quite well in the end. That looks quite nice. Now, do we go for another green pointed roof on that, or do we go for some more castle-y turrety bits? There's the question. I think that could look good with both, that one. Haven't built it yet, but I do love the unique functionality of your pickle farm, says Avarian. Thank you. Looking longingly at the chat for a reply from Pickles, but it's not there. Oh, or Mitz. Wow. Abandoned me, she has. Abandoned me. Quick, everyone. Say bad stuff in the chat and do things you're not allowed to do. Mitz is gone. Don't really do that. I'm only kidding. Quite like that. I think it's missing some colour though. Green, says Umdum. Just remembered it's Friday. So used to you streaming earlier in the week, says Plod. Yeah, I don't normally do Friday ones. I always plan to, but something always comes up on a Friday. But today it didn't. So other than me having to take Jack home, but that's why I decided I would stream a bit earlier. No, stream a bit later, sorry, so I could do it once I'd taken him home. Naughty things, almost bad stuff, really bad stuff. Oh, jeez, bad stuff. Oh, don't. Oh, Mitz is coming back. Mitz says, lol, I was trying not to look, spoilers, so trying to look now to see what you wanted. Oh, bless you, Mitz. Was you really trying to avoid spoilers? Bless you. This only takes up a very, very short amount of that video, so don't worry too much. I think that turret needs to go back a lot further. I think it wants to go back a few blocks. I think it's too close to the front of that build. Having said that, it's not horrendous where it is. I think the front of that's too flat. I need to do something with it. I'm not sure yet. Obviously, like I said, this is all work in progress. So all of this stuff that's going on at the front here is just completely subject to change. I want this like for ideas.
Oh my goodness, someone has just subscribed for 5 months. I cannot believe it.
Mr. And you can't believe it that Tigris of Corona has subscribed for 5 months. Thank you very much. Thank you for your subscription, Tigris. It's very much appreciated. So, I noticed from that picture that we were looking at, that I've now taken away from my screen, that there was a raised level. Let me see if I can pull it back up again. I have to search for it on Google again. Hang on a minute. German fairy tale castle. We're gonna have to do some serious zooming in with your eyes here, peeps. Okay. Tall ceiling on the inside. Maybe we'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe we'll say that is the level of the next floor. Okay. Bear with me, right? And then what we could do is potentially bring up a staircase into there. Could look quite good. Maybe. We would bring that down all the way to the ground. Generally how staircases work. Alright, don't need to be cheeky. Oh, did we have another jittery moment there? Sorry about that, guys. Sorry, peeps. It's not me, it's the internet. I was just saying. Did you see the picture of the castle that... We missed all that, Foxy, in case it was anything important. Did you see the second picture of the castle that I put up? The fairy tale castle I was talking about adding a second level to it. Did you see that? No castle, okay. So, I brought the castle back up on screen, like so. And I was saying that if you look closely, there's an area down here that has stairs going up to a second level, and I really like that. That there's this like elevation to it, just makes it feel more just different and varied. So I thought round the back here, we could, into this tower, add a staircase going up to a second elevation. So then I measured out where I thought the net or the ceiling height from the room below would be about there, and we'd have this bit as a second elevation. My mother visited there when she was young, says Blue Cat Eyes. Amazing. It's amazing. Bring that across there like that. I think this could look quite good when it's done. What do you guys think? Are you guys, was you expecting this sort of thing, or was you expecting something else? What were you thinking? What are you thinking, eh? Actually, FoxyNoTail. There you start. I mean, they would look better as windows eventually, but I think just for the sake of making it look more interesting, we'll leave them as bits of wall for now. Foxy said castle. It looks like a castle. Mission accomplished. Yay! Another interesting fictional castle is Castle Wyvern from Gargoyles. I'll tell you what another castle I was looking at. You might be able to see where in a minute, but I'll see if you see the the resemblance here. Hang on 1 second. Let me pull up the castle. Jeez, one of them ones. Leads through to a dodgy picture. Hang on. You ready? So let's have a look at the front. of mine. The doorway was a bit bigger before. It was easier to see before the tree was there. And then... Bowser's Castle! Needs a door under the stairs into a secret bad guy's lair, says Hanku. That's a good idea. Definitely needs basement stuff as well. So that was the one you've just said to type in. Castle Wyvern. From Gargoyles. Oh, okay. It's not what I was expecting. I thought he was on about a real life castle. There's not really an easy way of getting a good view of it, is there? Maybe there is. Maybe I need to spend more time looking at that. Oh, jeez. I'm pressing all the wrong buttons now. Oh, jeez. Here we go. Hey, Val's here. Hey, Val, how you doing? I prefer your plan, says Pokejum. What's my plan? Mitt says, it's looking good so far. I like it where you're going with it. Obviously, I know when you build it, it'll be detailed and depth in it. Yeah, this is just for ideas and size and positioning, really, more than anything. Hopefully, at least. I might just get lazy and just do copy this block for block. Who knows? Probably, you know what I'm like. Easy to the core. Good, thank you. How are you, says Val. I'm good, thank you. I'm glad that you're good. He's a good boy, that Val. Good boy, ain't he? Yeah. That looks semi-decent. Okay, so you reckon we should have a big wooden door. Can't really have big wooden doors in Minecraft, can you? A wooden door there. Go into a secret bit, like a basement-y bit. Maybe this could be where we go down to one of the basement levels. Maybe we could have a cellar down that we access through this bit. Possibly. Who knows? Who knows? You do, it's your build. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. Making it up as I go along, mate. Should be obvious I'm wigging it. You know the plan, says Joke them. I really don't. Genuinely don't know the plan. Completely and utterly winging it. Making it up as I go along. Wouldn't go as far as that, says Val. Okay, not a good boy. Changed my mind. I must admit, I didn't expect some... I expected something else, but I really like it, says Epic Stente. Good. College of Winterhold, Skyrim, says Rad. I'd rather take inspiration from like real castles than computer game castles. You just showed us the Bowser one. Yeah, well, it's only for a joke. Although there are some really good computer game castles, but I think real castles would be more interesting. Hanku says, there is a film I'm thinking of that has a very similar staircase to the one in the picture you've shown. In the film, the bad guy's lair was a door in the side of the stairs. The good guy runs out and blows up all the motorbikes. Ring any bells? What? No. All the motorbikes? They don't have motorbikes with castles. What sort of castle do you have? My castle hasn't got motorbikes in it. I'm starting to get a feel for that side a little bit now. So what about a tower on the other side? We could go for another squarish one, for the bottom maybe. Maybe set this one a little bit further back. Let's finish this one off first. Let's bring that round a bit. Actually, that needs we need another row of blocks there. Like so. And another row of blocks there, like so. Oh, and geez, guys, you know what? I've just seen the time. I've just seen the time. You know what that means, don't you? It's that time, I'm afraid. It's the time when I should roll the credits, but I'm not going to bother because we've already had them. But, yeah. Oh, jeez. It's that time, I'm afraid. It's that time. Luke Eyes saying, oh, I know. It makes me weep when I have to go. How often do you research online for inspiration? Is it mostly your house castle build? Yeah, generally, if I want to build something I've never built before and not confident with, I'll always have a look online, just have a see what things look like, just to try and get some ideas. Yeah, that's generally the plan. Conwy and Caernarfon are my neck of the woods. Beaumaris and Herlech are good too. Do you want to drop a note of those in the Discord, Carol, and I'll have a look at those as well? Thank you for that. Means 2 more hours, says Eric Bannister. I'd love to. I'm going to have to take Nelly out in the garden and stuff in a minute, so unfortunately I'm not going to be able to. But you've all had a good old sneak peek at what's coming. We've done some good works over at the beach. We've done many gathering sands. I think it's been quite a successful and quite a productive live stream. So sadly, though, it is time to go. So as usual, I would like to say thank you very much for watching. Thank you for sticking with me through all of the network issues and stuff like that. And hopefully I'll get it all fixed very, very soon. And thank you there, Hanku, with your 1,000 bits. I do appreciate it. Great stream. The bits I caught, can't speak for the first half, lol. Well, thank you very, very much. See you all later, peeps. Bye.